Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight at Shabtai. My name is Caroline Waxman and I'm a senior here at Yale. Today, October 7th, marks the year since Hamas committed the worst atrocities against the Jewish people since the Holocaust. My brother was in Tel Aviv on October 7th last year. I remember the intense fear that gripped my family here in America all day. But that fear doesn't even begin to approach the terror and pain of those in the kibbutzim surrounding the Gaza envelope and at the Nova Music Festival and those with family and friends. I can't even begin to comprehend that pain. On the one hand, it's hard to believe a year has passed and that the world has moved on from this dark day. But on the other hand, the Jewish community has been reliving this nightmare every single day as the hostages languish in captivity, and our brothers and sisters continue to fight and die in Lebanon and Gaza, 365 days later. We witnessed true evil on October 7th. Meanwhile, that terror was recorded, happily broadcasted, and published by terrorists. Yet there are those who still won't let us mourn for one day. The reaction worldwide since has been almost as horrifying and shocking as October 7th itself. Unfortunately, that reaction, while shocking, is not surprising. I'm the granddaughter of Holocaust survivors, and in spite of warning signs, never did I fathom that I would be living in a period where Jews again would not only become targets, but would also become bereft of many of our friends and allies at our time of greatest need and sorrow. Like-minded people with a high moral compass, those who believe in life and in decency, must come together and not just comfort one another, but fight for what is right. We must articulate a counter-narrative that exposes the falsehoods of those who seek to diminish the horrors of October 7th. Let us pray for the safety and return of all our soldiers and hostages and for a lasting peace. I would now like to recite a prayer of Tehillim, or from the book of Psalms in Hebrew, and then in English. Shir Amalo Esainai al Arim Me'an Yavo Ezri Mi'im Adonai Aseh Shamayim Va'aretz Al Yitain Lamot Raglecha Al Yanum Shomrecha Hine Lo Yanum V'lo Yishan Shomer Yisrael Adonai Shomrecha Adonai Tzilecha Al Yad Yaminecha Yom HaShemesh Lo Yakacheh Ve'arecha B'layla Adonai Yishmarecha Mikol Ra Yishmor Et Nafshecha Adonai Yishmor Tzeitzchacha Bo'echa Me'etav Yad Olam. A song for ascents. I turn my eyes to the mountains. From where will my help come? My help comes from the Lord, maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot give way. Your guardian will not slumber. See the guardian of Israel, neither slumbers nor sleeps. The Lord is your guardian. The Lord is your protection at your right hand. By day the sun will not strike you, nor the moon by night. The Lord will guard you from all harm. He will guard your life. The Lord will guard your going and coming, now and forever. I would now like to read a letter from Senator Richard Blumenthal, who is unable to join us today as he is in Israel. These are the words of Richard Blumenthal. As you gather for this significant solemn ceremony, I regret that I cannot be with you. I am in Israel leading a bipartisan Senate delegation with an unmistakable message to make unequivocally clear that the United States will continue to have Israel's back. We must support Israel's right to defend itself against terrorists who slaughtered our people on October 7th last year, and organizations that continue to seek destruction of Israel and death to the Jewish people. I am with you in spirit, sharing this searing shock, agony, and outrage that is still raw and deep. I also remember vividly the resolve and resilience that we drew from our community in Connecticut and around the country. Like many of you, I have family who live in Israel, including a cousin in the IDF. This cause is deeply personal. It is a matter of faith. It is above politics. Today, as we remember the victims of that savage, inhumane attack, we recommit to bring home all the hostages, including those who have been brutally murdered. Over the last year, I have come to know closely many of the hostage families, and I am in awe of them. A strong, thriving Israel is essential to America's own national security. Our military, intelligence, economic, cultural, and other bonds are vital. I believe deeply this cause should unite all Americans, regardless of political party, religion, or other differences. I work every day to keep it bipartisan and to seek consensus. and I will continue to fight for whatever arms and aid Israel needs to defend itself and prevail. As tensions heighten, I hope that diplomacy may achieve a cessation of fighting, leading to the return of the hostages and a path toward normalizing relations in the region, along with humanitarian aid and rebuilding. Peace, and most importantly, Israel's security, is the goal. This trip is my third trip to Israel since last October 7th, and I've come to admire beyond words the courage and strength of so many I now know as personal friends, hostage families, community leaders, and our own diplomas, military and intelligence community. I thank you for this ceremony reminding our fellow Americans and the world how that day felt, sickening and frightening, and it remains heartbreaking. The people of Israel, our friends, our family, our allies, have fought through years of tears and unspeakable loss. We must match their bravery and faith. We can never forget. Am Yisrael Chai.